it's Liz from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. This is a request video. So about a week ago, thereabouts, I posted about the starter kit that I send to people who join my team. And one of the items that I send is just a little notebook. It's just a little something so that they can start writing notes about their business. And I like to make it a fun thing using product that's about at the moment. I have got a few made up just in case. It is after all celebration, so a perfect time to sign up because you not only get your £130 of product for £99 including free shipping, you also get to include an additional two free stamp sets from either the annual or the spring-summer catalogue. So that could actually mean that your starter kit is worth over £200 depending on the stamps that you choose, all for £99. And then you get a discount of 20% before tax until at least the end of June. Woohoo! Anyway, and of course you get to be a member of my team, which will be even better. So I have a few of these ready to go, but because I've been asked to show you how I make these, I will show you how I make them. They're not complicated. Let's just get that out there. They are not complicated. And because of the way I do it, and it just happens that for this size it works that way, I end up with a piece of paper left over, which I can wrap a chocolate bar or something like that with. So let's start. Now, in the UK, and I can only work from what's available in the UK, I get these little exercise books from a local stationer's. Well, it's a chain store actually. I use Ryman's, but they're Sylvine, which are available fairly widely. I just happen to have a local Ryman's, and they do them in packs of 5, and they're reasonably priced. So this is what I've been using. But I've used things from IKEA, all sorts. It just happens that at the moment I'm using these. Now, the colours do actually match quite well with our colours, so that's always nice to know. And one of the items that I give new team members, this is my old one, is a colour swatch book. I've just added the in colours just for me, but if it were a new team member, instead of having the 2015-2017 in colours, they would get the 2016-18 and the 2017-19 in colours. So I just get the books, I have a look at which colour I think is going to work, and if it's an obvious choice, then that's the one I go with. If it's a less obvious choice, I mean, this is a pretty close match to Tangerine Tango. If it's a less obvious choice, then it may have to be a shade that is close. But this one goes well with Tangerine Tango, so I have chosen the Lots of Lovely. You'd think I'd remember, bearing in mind it was my craft box for this month. The Lots of Lovely paper. So I have measured the front of my book, and it measures, without going right to the edge, it measures about 6 inches, which is perfect, because it means you can get 2 covers out of 1 piece of paper. So I have cut my paper in half at the 6-inch mark, and all I'm going to do is attach one to the other. And I just use my trimmer, obviously, to do that. So don't actually need that. Don't know why I got it out. But there we go. So all I do is grab some fast fuse and I run it down the edge of my book. So I do top and side, and I try to get as near to the edge as possible so that it sticks well. I also go down the middle because I don't want the paper to flap about, which, because it's quite a large piece, is possible. I also then, just making sure I know which way up is, I also then run fast fuse down the side that will be here. So what I will be doing is that, so I'm going to run some fast fuse down here, but not going all the way to the bottom of the piece of paper, because it will pick up the piece that I've already got there. So I'm going to go reasonably far down and then take it off. And then all I do is carefully, and because this is on camera, of course, this is going to go horribly wrong. I can see it coming already. But carefully line it up on the top and press it down. And there we are. So if you look at the inside, you can see that it's matched up nicely on this edge and this edge. So this one we just need to trim away. So just grab a pair of snips, and from the back, it's always easier to do these things from the back. Just using the edge of the book as a guide, I just, oops, find where I've already cut. I just trim that spare piece away. There we are. And then I just run down there and can feel if I've missed any bits. So there's a little lump just there. So I can just straighten that out. Yep, and that's now straight. So that is probably the hardest bit. This piece I then will be keeping on the inside, because this actually fits the bars of chocolate that I tend to use absolutely perfectly. So this notebook will be one that I will be trying to keep in stock because it works so well. Right, so the next thing is to put some ribbon round the... This is where I thought I had the perfect ribbon. Let's see if I can find it. I thought I had some. Disaster. Okay, that's where I would be using Tranquil Tide. I thought I had Tranquil Tide in stock. Ah, no. I do. Can't see it for looking. Oh, that was close. Right, so this green is Tranquil Tide. So, to get the ribbon round the book, all I do is slip it round and then measure so that I know I've got enough to tie in a knot. So it's just an arbitrary amount. Just cut that there. And then I run some fast fuse down the inside of the book, because that will help keep it in place. And then just... Are you in camera? Yes, you are. Actually, let's find the middle of the ribbon. So just fold that in half and make a crease. And then at least I know roughly where the middle is. Like that. Bring it round and tie it in a knot. But again, I just add just about an inch, thereabouts, of fast fuse at top and bottom, just to help keep body and soul together. And just tie in a standard, ordinary, nothing exciting knot. And then that's that done. Trim the ends so that they are pretty. That's the basic book. So I also want to add a little bit of something on the front. So on this one I did Celebrate You. I'm going to repeat that using the lovely, I am never going to get rid of them because they're amazing for team gifts, Celebrate You thinlets. These are actually going to be in the annual catalogue. They are currently free with during celebration. If you spend in the UK £90 or more, you can get to choose those. There's a large stamp set, which is this one, which is another set you can get with £90 order. Otherwise you can, for a £45 order, have any of the other items, or of course with a £90 order you can have two of any of the other items. So I have got here a piece of Tranquil Tide. I've stuck the multi-purpose adhesive sheet on the back, and I'm just going to cut Celebrate You out of that on my big shot, which I will do just off camera, because you really don't need me to show you how to do that, I am sure. It's just a standard cut. I will go backwards and forwards just to make sure that it is properly cut, because you are adding a little bit of thickness with the adhesive sheet. And those pop out really nicely. And then let's grab my piercing tool to just get rid of the little bits that we don't need. I highly recommend that you do this before you take it out of the die, because otherwise you can find that they kind of flip into the wrong place. That's all of those, and then I just need the U. Get rid of those. And then I'm going to take the U first. And unlike when I was doing the team present last week, I know that I have got adhesive on the back of this, so it's easy. And all I'm going to do is peel it off, stick it down, and do the same with the Celebrate. The Celebrate does tend to bend a little bit, so just be aware of that. And by bend I mean sort of twist, because it is quite a fine, particularly here, quite a fine die cut. So just be careful when you're peeling off your backing that you don't end up with it getting too twisted. It will come back, but just bear it in mind. And I tend to attach it to my piercing tool and then Celebrate You. It's not perfectly straight, but hey, for the video it's probably good enough. And I'm just going to run that over with my bone folder just to make sure it's well stuck. And that is as easy as it gets. And then, as I say, this piece I will just tuck onto the inside, and I'll actually use this side of the paper to cover the chocolate bar. And I've done the same with this. So this was here because I wanted that piece, this piece on the book. I've just cut that off there. Then I've got all the people, and this just goes on the inside, ready to cover my chocolate bar. So it's as easy as that. So I hope you found that interesting. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't already subscribe to my channel, please do. I am hoping to get to 3,000 subscribers, ideally by the end of January. I know that's quite an ask, because I'm at about 2,800 at the moment. So if you do regularly watch my channel, it would be great if you could subscribe. Which there's a little subscribe button down in the bottom right hand corner of this video. It would also be lovely if you would shop with me if you're in the UK. There's a link to my store. There's a link that goes to all of my social media and my shop in the description bar below. Otherwise, there's also a link to the blog post that goes with this, and there's obviously a shop on that. But it would be great to be able to welcome you as a new customer. So that's it from me. Do enjoy Celebration, and I hope you've enjoyed this project. Thanks a lot for watching.